Hello guys, Garcia here. Welcome back to Brigandine. So let's just finish up this turn. So I moved the troops here to this castle so I can defend all three. So in this turn I definitely need to attack Salisbury here. I don't have any options. So I decided that instead of waiting for a new knight that might come and might not come too, so I decided to just bring this guy, Limelight. So I'm going to put him here so I can summon a couple of dragons for him. And down here I'm going to summon the army for the other two I chose for my next army. So let's see what I can do here. Probably I'm not going to use all of these troops. So the idea was to wait for a different knight with better rune power, because right now I don't have anybody that has a decent amount of rune power. Problem with that is it's going to slow me down a lot here, so might as well just go with what I have for now. If I get a better one, I will replace someone here, but right now this is the best I can do. That said though, this is actually quite decent. So it's going to be these creatures here and these two knights plus Limelight, and he can have a couple of dragons. He has 150, so a dragon is 75, so he can have a couple of dragons. So we are going to have a pretty decent wall. That said, I'm not sure that's going to be enough at all. We'll see, especially because from now on all of the enemies are going to have pretty strong armies. There's no small fishes anymore here. So let's see if this is enough. So I'm going to send the guys that I'm going to keep them here this turn, because I need the next turn to prepare, so it doesn't matter. So alright, they will stay there. The rest of the armies are fine. Yes, that's it. So everybody else goes to quest. We have way better knights than the level 5 we're going to use, but we don't have anybody that has anywhere near the amount of rune power we need. And yeah, this place is rough as hell, but they have a lot of not so good units. They have 3 hellhounds, 3 ghouls, and a couple of scorpions. So we just need to worry about these here and the demon. But that said, it's going to be rough because all of these 3 knights here are basically all ranged knights. So the AI usually doesn't put any of these 3 near your wall. So I'm going to have to get a little bit creative here. But I don't have any options. I need to attack right now. I can't wait. So let's see what I can do here. I would say this is as good as it's going to get, to be honest. So you know what? Let's test this team here. If it doesn't work, it's fine. If we lose like an important unit, I will just retreat. But I actually think this is the best that we are going to get here in the south. Because luckily Isgars is very occupied up here, so most of their good knights are here. So they only have average knights to defend here. And these are the troops I moved here to defend. We might get attacked here, but this seems pretty decent in a defensive situation, so I'm not worried. Let's check up here. Let's see how are we doing here. Yeah, it's still not good for us, but they will also never attack us here with that composition, so we should be fine. So let's go. Alright, so Almec is gaining ground up there. I'm glad we started with the toughest one here. So this one I have no idea how it's going to go. Could go awesome, could be a disaster, we'll see. Technically speaking, we have the advantage because we have pretty evenly matched armies. But we have the better units, for sure. That said, we have less units too. So that could be a problem. That ninja, also, we haven't fought a ninja yet during this playthrough, I'm pretty sure. Shiraha is that one. They are very complicated to deal with. I'm going to show you guys his stats here. So let me show you. So first of all, they move a lot. Second of all, they have a pretty good combination of elemental strengths, so to speak. So black element and green element. And not only they move a lot, but they also have excel, which means that they can use their spell on a troop that is like super slow, say like a golem or a first evolution dragon, like a green dragon for example, and that troop will move a lot. And also they have shuriken, so they can throw, right? So they basically are like the samurai. They can hit you from a distance, and also they have hit in a way, which means that they can move, attack, and then move. So they are very like versatile units. We don't have a single ninja in our army. There's also an extra ninja in the game that you can get via quest, but I actually don't remember how you get it, to be honest. I'm pretty sure there's like a trigger for getting him, but I actually don't know. So let's be very careful here, because since I don't have a whole lot of units, every unit counts. So if I'm going to form my wall, I cannot leave anybody behind. Otherwise, there won't be a wall to be formed, you know what I mean? Okay, so let's bring everybody together here. Okay. That demoness might be a problem. We have to keep an eye on her. Alright, we are kinda positioned here. Just need a few adjustments. So let me recheck the turn order here, just to to avoid doing something stupid here. So we have a level 18, a level 15, and a level 10. So we act first, then Shiraha acts. So we will not be able to do the wall the way I want, really. That said, I need to progress here. I need to move forward. So I'm going to do it like... This is not the best wall of all times here. But it is what we can do here right now. That's interesting. Usually they go straight for the person in the corner. In this case, my case here is Chantail on the left here. But the thing is, Chantail is a conjurer, right? He's a spellcaster. So they also usually avoid spellcasters. So sometimes one of the directives of the AI wins, and other times a different one wins, so it depends. This Griffin already has taken a lot of damage, unfortunately, but I need to use him. I need the damage. So I'm going to 100% have to heal this guy. Oh, that's amazing. That's really good. That said, I can't kill their Griffin this turn. Just doesn't work. I'm going to have to put a curve on my wall here, basically. I'm going to have to move these guys here up here to fill this space before they come here and fill this space too. So it's not going to be like a wall, really, like I've been doing. Sometimes you have to change it up, you know, depending on the battle. That's a very aggressive move right there. You would think that that's good for me, him bringing the demoness really close to me here, but it actually isn't, because she can dodge a lot of attacks. So I might not be able to kill her even if I attack her with everything I have. That said, I don't have an option here. I don't have anything else to attack, so I might as well attack her. Would be awesome if I could get a kill here, but the odds are not in my favor. That's a terrible result there. Okay, so... Whoa, chill. I was thinking about using a spell. I forgot this guy doesn't use spells. So I'm just going to move him towards the wall here, and I'm going to use Protect on... I'm actually going to use the Protect on the red dragon, because the dragon's going to cause a lot of havoc for him here. Not because I'm afraid I'm going to lose him, but because I'm going to probably have to use it in a more like aggressive fashion. I'm going to have to move it towards all the enemies here. Alright, so the great advantage we have here against them is that they don't have any Conjurer, they only have the Bishop. So that means that they can heal and use Divine Ray, but that's it. So they don't have anybody that we need to really worry about, you know. Please don't miss. Thank you very much. That was very nice. Alright, so we were able to heal the Griffin for now. But the main problem is that because they have the Bishop, they have area heal. So the Bishop is going to start healing pretty soon. If I use Curse, I can kill this guy. But then I won't be able to kill the Griffin. And next turn is Shiraha, so he's going to move first. So he can move the Griffin away. So instead of killing this Griffin here with Curse and killing this with something else, I'm actually going to use Geno Flame. I think makes more sense here. Even though it doesn't do like a whole lot. That's the advantage we have by having a sorcerer. Okay. He's almost level 20, so he's going to become a necromancer pretty soon. And there you go, he's going to move away. See? That's very useful. That's a very nice unit to have. He's one of the most useful melee combat type characters that there is in the game. Just because he's super easy to maneuver, you know. I'm not talking about Shiraha the character, but the class, Ninja. Alright, so this Griffin is going to die no matter what, so I'm going to position my Phoenix here. The more units of the enemy we can kill, the better off we'll be. Alright, we can use Acid Breath here. So yeah, I can attack the Demoness here too, but definitely hitting more enemies here is way better. I am 100% sure this Griffin is going to die regardless of what I do here. So I'm going to be more aggressive than I usually play here, just because I think this is the only way to win this one. I usually don't do this. You know I always protect my knights here. But I really think the only way is to actually kill as many enemy units as possible, because they are not going to expose knights here. So as you can see, I have a path towards the Bishop, but he has a lot of units here. There you go. So the idea here is to try to kill as many units as possible. Okay, so that's actually an interesting proposition here, but I'd rather attack the Demoness instead of trying to use a breath attack here. Oh, that's rough. Luckily, I used Protect earlier, so let's use Protect on the Griffin now. The Griffin is clearly our best weapon against the Demoness here, because of the elemental difference. That said, I should have moved this dragon. This was a mistake. This was definitely a mistake, because now I cannot do a couple of attacks on the Demoness. I can only do this one, but it's okay. It's not like it's over yet. I don't know if I want to do this. I'm not going to. I don't think it's a good idea. That's why I put the Phoenix right there, to soak some damage. Because the Phoenix is incredibly hard to kill. So might as well just use our best defensive unit here. Okay, so Genoflame doesn't help us a whole lot here because of the elemental makeup here. I can't move him to anything, to attack anything relevant here, so I'm going to just move him where I can. Same thing for the dragon here. This dragon probably is going to die, but that's okay. As long as you don't lose the Phoenix, which is basically our main unit here, I think we should be fine. I can move the Pegasus here to apply some pressure, but I also need healing. Let's see who needs healing more. Is he... Yeah, I don't think he has like any chance of dying next turn. I don't see how they would do this. So I think it's fine to heal here. What if I use just Thunder instead? But if I do that, I won't be able to use Genoflame for the rest of the battle here, so might as well use it now. Okay. As I said, not amazing. The elements here are basically the same, so yeah. Oh, interesting. Huh, that changes things a little bit. I thought for sure the dragon was going to attack my grappler here. He actually attacked Charlene, which is actually really good for me, not for them. So I don't know why they did that, really. Alright, so the Demoness is basically dead. So I'm going to give the XP to Charlene here. There you go, an extra level. Alright, so I'm going to move this dragon. Actually, no, I'm not going to. I'm going to use the breath. Yeah, the breath is pretty good. The damage has been so low here because the elements are all the same, so nothing that I do here really changes everything in terms of like one attack that can like solve all my problems here. It's just not happening. I'm going to switch these two here. That's actually kind of rough. Yeah, this Griffin is going to die regardless, so I'm just going to move it just to occupy the space. I want to do this attack here because of the difference in elements. There you go. There you go, we did enough damage. That was the goal. There you go, my man. Get your XP. That's it. Alright, so the red dragon can get some XP too. The fair can't do anything, so just come here and be part of the wall. This Griffin's level 9, so I'm not going to risk him, so just stay here. You go here and get some XP. Obviously we are giving them some XP too, but whatever. There you go. A golem hitting a fairy is almost impossible. There you go. So this guy was doomed from the beginning of the battle, but that's okay. We can replace him. But our main ones are all alive, so that's the most important part. I don't think you will be able to hit him, yeah. The odds are very low. It's a very rough unit to kill because you need to use magic. Most of your units will not hit them. Yeah, I can give the unicorn some XP too. There you go. So that was pretty solid. We lost just one unit. That's pretty good. And we were able also to give XP to all of our knights, basically. That was really, really good. Salisbury. Alright, so this probably is going to be the toughest one so far that we have in the entire playthrough. Alright, so dialogue. So Kylov, so you must be the cause of this war, Zemeckis. Yes. So what are you going to do about it? I don't like your attitude. So how many people do you think have suffered because of you? I won't let you get away with it. Be reasonable. Sacrifices have to be made when you're creating something. I don't want to hear any excuses. You don't know the pain of losing something important because of some selfish bastard. I can't sleep in peace until you experience the same thing. Zemeckis, I will kill you and end this war. So this war was inspired by this era. So he's kind of passing the blame to the actual situation. So even if you defeat me, the war will not end, which is probably true. Needless to say, you won't be able to establish a new order. What do you think you can do? What the hell are you talking about? I have people I have to protect. Isn't that good enough? You sound like a sissy. Domination of the world is God's will and nobody will stop me. There you go. So as you can see, the guy really thinks like he's the how should I say this? He's like the bringer. He's like an envoy from the gods above to fix all the problems in Forcina, which is not different from most tyrants. As you can see, the makeup of this map is very bad for us. So we need to position our troops in this side. We cannot go to this side because Gish is here and he's very dangerous. Actually, there's not like a safe way to do this particular battle here, to be honest. There's nothing that I can do to make it super easy. I'll just have to trust that my flying wall here can survive. Later on, Zemeckis actually he kind of has a small like redemption arc. If you guys remember in the beginning of the game, Zemeckis is kind of convinced by Kador, which is one of the leaders of the Empire, to rebel. So they are kind of using him, you know. In this version of Brigandine, you actually never fight the final boss of the game, which is weird. But that's kind of how they published the game. So there's the Brigandine Grand Edition, which is the next version of Brigandine for PS1. That actually has like extra creatures, extra dialogue, has the beautiful animated sequences and all that stuff. And in that game, there's also the final boss and the final sequence. So after you defeat all the kingdoms, you need to fight the final boss, which is the guy that actually started the entire problem to begin with. I don't know how to pronounce his name in English, to be honest, so I'm not going to even try. I know the name, I just don't know how to say it. So I also have the Grand Edition, but I decided not to start with it just because first, the Grand Edition is in Japanese, right? So there's a translation, but it's not like 100% translated. Second of all, is a more complex game. Is a harder version of this game here. Not like super hard, just slightly harder. There's like a time limit, you know, to do everything. Alright, so I think if I put Lioness here, I should be okay. I'm not sure. Yeah, let's do it like this. Let's bring the giant. As long as we can avoid Gish during the battle here, we should be fine. But I'm not sure if we'll be able to do that. I think this is as good as we are going to get in terms of making a wall here. Luckily this time around I can actually bring the Scorpion, which is a pretty good defensive unit here. I don't know how to win this one, I'm going to be perfectly honest. I don't know exactly what I need to do here to win. Because the knights will not expose themselves in this situation here. So as you can see, they will probably all try to attack my knight on the right here, which is Kylov. Because he's not a mage of any kind, really. And also because this side of the wall is just weaker. Like you have the rock, you have the giant scorpion. My phoenixes are on the other side, you know. So that's completely understandable. That said, I also have Cortina here, so I'll be able to do some damage from this side, and the Tiamat, as always, is way back there. Oh, that's brutal. That's absolutely brutal. This guy is extremely dangerous, really is. One thing that Brigandine like nails is that every guy that like looks really imposing and really important usually actually is. And when you are going to actually fight them, they are that dangerous, you know. It's not like all talk. So down goes the Scorpion, unfortunately. Okay, so I'm going to try to focus on him here, but yeah. No guarantees of anything here. Okay, so these two guys, these two zombies will die regardless. But unfortunately I have to attack them because I need to open the way here. So I cannot avoid it, really. And we still haven't even seen the worst of Zemeckis here yet. You guys will see probably in the next turn. He has the Geno Thunder spell, which means that we are pretty much fucked here. Luckily he can only use it once per turn, right? So Gish will take at least 2 turns to get set up here. So we have 2 turns basically to win this. If we cannot win in 2 turns, most of our troops are going to die. No joke. That's not a hyperbole. Ah, that's a terrible miss. It is what it is. So let's go. Let's do as much damage as we can right now. Killing Zemeckis here is going to be really hard because he actually has a red element, which is the element of our Phoenixes. So he's going to be resistant to basically all the types of damage we have available here. I don't remember if he has black element. Let me check. No, he only has red element, and I don't have a single blue element creature other than the Tiamat. But the Tiamat is way down there. So I'm pretty sure I'm going to lose units here. There's no way to avoid it. He's way too strong, and this map is absolutely terrible for us. Oh man. Lioness might actually die here. That's very likely. So yeah, let me see what can I do here. Actually, I can use Dimension. That's actually really, really good. What if I use it on him? Or maybe on him, actually. That's actually really, really good. That basically saves Lioness because he was going to use Geno Thunder here. It's going to absolutely crush her. Probably would kill her in 1 hit. But he's not here anymore, so let's try to cause as much damage as possible here. Because we killed units, but we killed just the weaker ones, so that's not going to influence the battle that much. But let's try to kill as much as possible. Actually, I'm going to move this guy here, just to have some more space to work with. That's a great critical hit there. Alright, this rock, I need her as a shield here. So I'm just going to attack the ghoul because the damage is going to be low. Just so he can survive for 1 extra turn. Area heal here is brutal. It's brutal, it's terrible. For us, I mean, the computer is correct. Damn it. Man, if that spell had failed, the Dimension spell, I think I would have lost this one next turn. No joke. I would not have survived. Because you guys haven't seen the Geno Thunder spell yet, but Gish is going to use it in the next turn, pretty sure. They always use their best spell when they are in this situation here. It's so powerful. So I think was the best idea possible to move the Zemeckis away. Alright, so what can you do here? Actually, you can do a lot. That's actually pretty good. Okay, so let me see if I can bring this Tiamat to the battle here. Alright, so I'm going to move this guy a little bit. Actually, because everything was healed here, I'm not sure exactly what I'm going to do with the Phoenix here because right now it doesn't matter, everything was healed, so... But I need to do as much damage as possible. We also have another problem here, which is the Tiamat from their side is actually positioned in a way, in which the Tiamat can actually use their breath against us. That's terrible. Luckily Cortina has the same element, but she's going to take a beating here. That's the problem with having two Conjurers, is that in this type of battle, we always suffer. What I can do here, I'm pretty sure I can, is actually get Lioness and all of her troops and just send them towards Zemeckis instead of staying here on the wall and just trying to kill him and win the battle that way, you know? I can totally do that. The problem is, as I told you guys before, my Phoenixes here are absolutely terrible against him. They are really, really bad. And the Griffs are good, but they will take a beating too, and they can't reach it yet. But he's going to attack Lioness here no matter what, so I think I need to win this turn, to be honest. And I don't know how I do that. I am in a terrible spot here, to be honest. I'm going to try to cause as much damage as possible and hope for the best. Oh, that's a great critical hit. Awesome. That means we kill one and also we don't take extra damage, so that's perfect. Okay, so Lioness is going to kill at least 2 units here. I'm going to believe that she's going to survive in the next turn. There's one way that I can do here. There's one thing that I can do that will like protect her. I'm just pondering if I want to do it or not because I'm going to lose a very good attack here. But the one thing I can do is to actually move a unit to put it in front of Zemeckis. So he is going to move slower, you know. Just a wall. A distraction, really. Because I have a level 19 Phoenix, which is awesome. Can help me a lot here. But I can also use it to block him. I actually think this is the best option. I don't know how much he moves, but his crossbow is brutal. His bow is actually 3 hexes of distance. Yeah, that's way... 1, 2, 3... Yeah, for sure he's going to be close enough. So I'm actually going to put the Phoenix here just to slow him down. I'm going to put it on the road. There you go. This is not great by any means, but it is what it is. This rock is going to die this turn, unfortunately. Nothing I can do to protect it. Oh! Oh man, really? Alright, that saved everything. That really, I was not counting on that at all. At any point here, I didn't even bring up the possibility of them retreating. Because I didn't thought it was going to be possible. Alright, so I'm going to... I actually need this rock to attack to kill the Tiamat, I think. You know what? I'm going to roll the dice. Whatever. Give a critical hit and get your XP. Come on. Thank you. Oh, that was enough. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Man, them retreating here is just perfect. That just solved all of my problems. Really did. Actually, let's put this Phoenix here. Just to be safe. Oh man, that's amazing. What can she do here? Fog? Okay. I think they retreated because of this, to be honest. That's why they retreated. Because without the Phoenix here, Zemeckis can just move and attack Lioness here. But because he can't move anymore, because he's basically locked off of the battle here, I think that's why they decided to retreat. So that's great. Frankly, that's the best result possible of all the outcomes here. So there you go, we did it. That's great. So Linus got a level, Cortina got a level, everybody leveled up. Alright. So this went way better than I thought was going to go. I was completely ready to lose a good unit. Oh, a nightmare. I see. So we're going to get a new unit here. Oh, the nightmare went away. Oh, damn it. Just because I thought I was going to get a nightmare. Alright, this went really well. Man, this could have gone wrong in so many ways. That one weakness, that one dimension spell saved everything. Aqua shoes. Oh, this is the shoes that you equip and you move faster in water, I think. I'm going to actually equip Limelight with one of those items that I have that raises rune power. Just so that particular army has more troops. Alright, so quest. Okay. Alright, so this team actually survived. That was actually very good. Alright, so the rock survived, but we can't evolve it yet. We can evolve the centaur, and we should. We have enough rune power to do it. As you can see, Kylov is already really good. He has 128 defense, which is very solid. And his attack is already more than 260, so he's very powerful now. That's why he was able to kill the Tiamats there. I think I can actually summon an extra unit for this army. Cortina has a lot of rune power left over here. Ah, Jesus. All of these are terrible. I needed ones that cost 30. I just have one that costs 20 and the others are 50 and 60. So that doesn't help a whole lot. But there you go. So let's evolve the centaur here. Alright, high centaur. This unit is actually great at like finishing. So if you need like one less attack before you attack with your knight, or if you need one less attack to just kill the units, this is the perfect unit because they have the killer shot, which is basically bow and arrow but from 3 hexes away. So obviously the range is insane. So it's really good. So I'm very proud of this last battle here. This was really good. This went way better than I was expecting. Alright, so I'm going to move these folks here to here, so we can start our Caerleon conquest here. I was not planning on keeping this fortress here, but now that I'm here, might as well, right? Why not? The biggest advantage of defending this castle and this castle against Esgar's Empire, let me just fix my headphone real quick. Just a moment. Okay. The biggest advantage is we are here, correct? So we can only be attacked by this castle. And down here we can only be attacked by this castle. So they cannot bring like castles from troops from two different castles to like form a super army to attack us. So they only have one army available to attack us. So just the 3 knights that they have here. So that's a big advantage because that means that we are always going to face what is showing up here. If we were defending here, for example, we could be attacked by this castle, and this castle. So they could get like a level 20 knight from here, a 30 from here, and a 20 from here. and just form a all-star team to kill us. But in this situation here, the advantage is actually with us. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to actually move this team here to defend up here, because I think their army up here will be more dangerous. The team that just conquered here in the last battle, I'm going to move them here. So Paternus' team is going to defend here. Down here we have Chantail's team, and down here we will have Linus' team. And then you might think, what about the next team that you are going to form? I'm going to form in this turn. It's going to come here as well, because in the next turn I'm going to attack here with Lioness' team, and I'm going to eventually need to defend an extra castle here with another army. So that's why I'm creating an extra army here. So the idea is to move these guys here too, to be my extra army. There you go. And the team that I'm making right now, I'm going to move to defend up here. That's the theoretical team that I'm never going to use if they don't attack. Alright, so let's see what can I do to help out Limelight here. So I have this one that gives me plus 15. Red resist up. We already have red resist. Yeah, I'm going to just get more movement for him. As you can see, his rune power is not amazing, but if I use the plus 15, it's not going to help anyway. So I'm just going to summon a couple of dragons, and basically that's his army, really. Remember, this army is just a defensive army, so I don't think we need to like have a lot of units. Just like enough units to form a wall should be enough, because Limelight is a sorcerer, so he can use Genoflame, and Kathleen down here, she's a Lector, which means she can use Holy Word. So these two already probably can defend it fine. So let's recheck all of our movements here. So my main army, Linus, Kyleth, and Cortina, are going to Hervery here. Asmit, Isphus, and Raisin, which is the army that was protecting up there, is down here too. So they are all here. Next, we have the team in Carnabone here, which is going to be up here. So they are here now. Also, we have this team here that I just moved to Salisbury here. So they are here. And we have the team that I just moved to Damas. I actually did move Limelight. I'm so glad I checked. That would have been a disaster. The main reason why I think this team can survive up here, even though it's a very weak team, all things considered, is because this is that stage that you need to cross waters multiple times. So I can actually form a pretty good wall before the enemy arrives, and when they arrive I can just destroy them with spells, you know? So I hope this holds up here. We cannot lose this castle. If we lose this castle, then our entire game plan falls apart. We would need to retreat everybody here to defend a couple of castles, you know? But I think it should be okay. So before I execute all of these moves, first I need to check this team here, because this team lost a Griffin, if you remember, in the last battle. So let's see what I can do here. Oh, I have a level 9 Griffin already. Okay. So Chantail is right there. I think the next class is already the Necromancer, which is amazing. Ghouls. I don't want ghouls. Let's see what I can summon to help out here. Oh my god, this place is atrocious. This is really bad. There's nothing really good here at all. This is one of the worst castles I've ever seen in terms of what they offer you to summon. Oh, sorry. Not what I was trying to do. Okay, so I need to switch some things here. What if I just don't bring this guy and just get a ghoul? So that's the only thing ghouls are really good for, which is like, oh, I have an extra rune power here, that a little bit of extra rune power that I can't like use it on anything. So might as well just put a couple of ghouls. But they are basically zeros, so you just need to worry about this. But the main wall is still pretty solid. Obviously, having a griffin would be better than having the golem, because the golem is super slow. But all things considered, this army performed really well. Okay, so I think this is all we need to do this turn. That was a long turn, but it's setting up for the future here. Been a while, so let's always saving here just to be safe. So I'm going to show you guys the macro strategy here. So we're going to have these two armies, and they're going to attack here. Sure, if we conquer this area here, then we are going to go up. So when we reach here, we have actually two options, which is attack with all the castles that are defending here and just like blitz the Esgar's empire, or we can go up. But what I usually do is to conquer down here first. Usually the last place I attack is up here. Usually it's Norgard, the nation occupying this spot here, but obviously this time is Almekia. Norgard is long gone. So that's probably the idea. Okay, so let's go. So this turn, I'm not going to attack, obviously. Everybody moved. So let's check if everything's okay here. So, alright. We definitely are going to get attacked either here or here. I don't think we can avoid that at all, but both teams are really good at this point. So I'm not worried too much. Famous last words. Alright. And Almec is still giving them trouble. They're actually helping us a lot. They have been helping us, not intentionally, but they have been helping us a lot the entire game. They helped us up north against Norgard. Oh, that's awesome. That's actually the knight I wanted. Also another one that you can get via quest. I live by the sword and I'm not interested in anything else. You run away. So they decide trying to convince him that there's no point in ignoring the war. The war is going to come regardless. Living in denial may be wrong. Also, I've heard about the swordsmen and knights in the war. I would like to have a match with them someday. So you need to come. I never wanted to work under any lord, but I guess I'll meet your lord. So Leonel. I don't know how to pronounce that. He's a samurai, I think. He's very good. He's one of the best knights you could get via quest. I thought someone had already got him because... Oh, a Solomon's ring! That's perfect! I can give this to someone in that army up north to have some extra rune area. My god, in terms of luck, this is the best episode in the entire series so far. Everything worked out. No joke. Alright, so... First, let's send everybody to quest. Philo, Gallon, you and you. Okay. So let's check him. So as far as I remember, he's pretty strong. So he doesn't have a whole lot of rune power, as none of these knights that you get in this quest outside of Cortina and Dogal, they don't have that much rune power. But he's a level 16 samurai. That's really good. So I'm going to send him to a place where I can summon good stuff for him. So let's send him to... Actually, I don't think I need to do that. I'm just going to send him as he is here. Let's check this castle actually. Maybe there's like a dragon or something. An angel doesn't help. An angel's too expensive. So yeah, the idea here is, for now, this is the team that's going to defend up there. In the next turn, I'm going to switch from Limelight to Leonia here. So that basically solved our problem up there. That's it. I was kind of apprehensive at first. Now problem solved, basically. No problem. And the next turn, I'm going to check in which knights should I put the Solomon's Ring. Actually, let me check it right now just in case I forget it later. Sorry, that's not what I was trying to do. So, you're not going to stay. Death is using minus 30 rune power. That's atrocious. Oh, that's actually really good. Kathleen. I'm actually going to put the Solomon's Ring on her, I think. Yeah. Okay. So that's it so far. Alright, so let's check what we can do here. No, everybody already went to quests. As you can see, we still have a lot of knights questing. We have like 9 knights questing, that's a lot. And all the knights we need to use, we are using. So I don't think there's like a whole lot of wasted motion here. Okay, so... Alright, so from now on, we need to check everything here. Okay, so Callion is going to be a huge problem because they only have two castles to defend. That means that they are going to have like basically the Avengers defending Baynock here. Let's see who they have here. So at least we're not going to have to fight Dynadon. I'm very grateful for that. He's up here with Sierra. So they are defending this castle from Asgar's here. But we're going to have to fight Kai, obviously. Oh! 4 giant scorpions. That's such a weird choice. But I don't think she's going to go to battle. I think he's going to bring Lekara here, which is who I would bring. So he's going to bring her. It's going to be him and Bo here. I don't think this is that difficult. But the problem is always that they are going to always have 2 mages. Always. And you guys saw how much trouble the area heal gave me in the last battle. So that's going to be a problem. That said, it doesn't matter. I need to attack regardless. So I'm just checking. I don't have a choice. It's not going to get easier from now on. Alright, so that's actually a very chill group of units here. I think I can actually attack here, to be honest. I can't conquer this castle without stretching my arm thin too much. I don't want to attack here in Toria. I already explained why, basically, and also this is terrible for me. 3 Hydras and 2 of the leaders of the Empire, that's terrible. If I attack here, I will cause all sorts of trouble for him because he's going to have to defend a few extra castles. That said, I'm also going to be basically in a position to suffer that 3-pronged attack that I was complaining about earlier. That I could suffer if I conquer this castle. So for now, I'm going to chill here. But if they move one of the leaders out, because they probably will have to because of Almeket here, maybe I'll attack. I actually want to attack here because we can suffer attacks from 2 different castles, but not 3. I think we can handle 2. I hope we can handle 2. But I think attacking here is actually a good idea because I can also keep this castle. And everybody else is attacking here. Up north, let's see if we are going to get attacked this turn. I don't think so. Yeah, they are basically chilling here. This is a weaker version of the army they were using before, but it's still not like weak enough to make us attack them. Alright, so everything's set up here. Okay, so in the next turn, I'm going to fix this army here. So we have 2 attacks to execute here. So the episode is going to get too long if I execute the attacks now. So we are going to perform these battles here in the next episode. So the idea, obviously, to conquer here, we are going to have 2 armies. So we are going to conquer one, then put the other army to defend here, or keep the other army defending here, and then we are going to use Leonia's army to finish them off here. Not going to be easy, but that's what we need to do to win. And we are going to attack here also, so we'll see if this army is as good as I think they are, or if the first victory was just a luck. We'll see. So that's it, guys. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next episode.